Welcome back, YouTubers, to another Q&A. We've had to redo this Q&A because my mum doesn't seem to know what it means when you knock on the door and you say, we're doing Q&As, and she decides to fucking walk in anyway because she's stupid. But anyway, it's another Q&A time. I'm Mr. Parkin. This is Mr. NJ here.
What's up?
And we are the British Fist.
Catching.
Here to answer your questions. If you have any questions to be answered, which hopefully my mum won't intrude on for the next 20 minutes, put them in the comment section below. And we start off with two questions from Jimmy Edaparel. I still can't quite get the name on the tip of my tongue. What do you think of the Demon Finn Balor versus Undertaker WrestleMania Dream Match? I just can't see this happening because, you know, when is Finn Balor, even if he has been built, when is he ever going to be in Undertaker's league in order to face him at WrestleMania? I mean, Bray Wyatt was barely in Undertaker's league, and, you know, he faced him at WrestleMania. So how the hell is Finn Balor ever going to be in his league? And how, you know, it's just, where's the story? It doesn't really seem like much that there could be done to make a Finn Balor versus Undertaker match as much as people would be dreaming of it.
The way I look at this is the WWE roster right now, you haven't really got the characters that would match up to make a... Like, you had Bray Wyatt at the time, who had a character who could match The Undertaker.
Yeah, and it made sense.
Now we don't really have that, so the WWE are just relying on name power now. And Finn Balor's a name in NXT, but by the time he comes into the WWE, Taker will probably be on his way out.
Yep.
So I think to build up Finn Balor through the WWE to get him in a place to face The Undertaker is going to be too late.
What was your reaction to Survivor Series 2015? Okay, well, this is very simple. Let's just go off. What do we remember about that show? We remember
the main event. That's it.
We remember Sheamus cashing in on Roman Reigns and, you know, a Sheamus title reign. So, bleh. We also remember 25 years of Undertaker, where the Undertaker pretty much beats the Wyatt family single-handedly. You know, and it was, and let's face it, it was average. I mean, they pretty much relied on the Undertaker name to make that match.
They did.
So, nowhere near what it could have been. So,
I think,
all in all, you come out of Survivor Series a bit disappointed.
It was really Sting, I think, that stole that.
Was it Sting versus... Was it Sting Seth Rollins at Survivor Series? Or was that Night of Champions? Could have swore that was Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. Yeah, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I think if Taker... I'm glad Taker had another pay-per-view match.
Yeah, yeah.
They built it up to be so really big and it didn't come out that way.
No, it really did not. So Survivor Series reaction, all in all, Renegade Man 83. Mr. Parkin, do you watch the MLS League in North America, and are you familiar with Didier Drogba replacing Montreal Impact? Do you know what? It's hard enough for me to keep up with the team I support and watching the Premier League on a regular basis, so I don't really watch too much MLS League. To be honest with you, the quality of football in the MLS is nowhere near what I've come to watch in the Premier League, so I just don't go out of my way to watch it, even though there are some names in there such as Drogba, as you've mentioned, Kaká, David Villa, Pirlo, Gerrard, Lampard, that I, you know, at one point would have loved to watch playing football. Now they're in their mid to late 30s, and it's just like, you know, yeah, they're not the same. Am I familiar with Didier Drogba? I am very familiar with Didier Drogba because he scored many goals against Manchester United that led Chelsea to winning league titles. So I am familiar with Didier Drogba, but just put it this way, I don't get fuzzy feelings whenever I think about Didier Drogba's scoring for Chelsea. Let me just fucking put it that way. NJ, what is your favourite movie of 2015 and the worst of 2015?
The best, I'd say, from the top of my head, Danny Collins, Birdman and Spy. Three great... There's probably a lot more, but remembering what year certain movies fell in is not always been my best point, but those three are the ones that I remember. But the worst, I really didn't like the Fantastic Four. It was like a big thing coming in, but it didn't really portray as a great movie while watching.
Well, I'm going to weigh in, because I have a girlfriend and we've been going out for a while and she likes watching movies, and that sometimes we do go to the cinema. Sometimes, you know, she says to me, Daniel, let's actually go out and do something for once other than just staying in bed.
I say that too. Not the red part. Not the red part. Not the red part.
You didn't think I was going to say that one, did you?
Don't do that.
Yeah, we're not trying to relive the Compare the Meerkat advert, MJ. Just leave it, right? Just leave it. But Kelly enjoys watching movies, and sometimes I go along with her because, you know, I'm my boyfriend and I'm supposed to accompany her to movies. I don't want some random guy sitting next to her and then trying to hit on her. I just don't want that to happen.
No, you don't.
Plus, I like popcorn.
You do, yeah.
Plus, you know, I like spending time with my girlfriend.
You do.
I do. And we've been to watch a few movies this year. My favourite was definitely James Bond.
It was.
Very story-driven, which I think goes in my favour. And it seemed like a culmination of a lot of the films. And I do like James Bond. The worst film for me was definitely The Avengers: Age of Ultron. And it says a lot when your girlfriend loves Avengers and still says that movie is rubbish. Now, was Gone Girl in 2015 or was that 14? I cannot remember now, but that was another movie which...
End of 2014.
That was a movie, in my opinion, that the story was really, really good. It just suffered from going on a little bit too long. I like that movie. That was my... I mean, I liked the movie, but I just felt like after 2.5 hours, you were just kind of like... Let's end this now. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. I want to go home. That's kind of just how I felt watching Gone Girl.
I'll add one more then. Legend, even though I think that's 2016, or Rise of the Craze.
Yeah. Should John Cena start a movie career? And what do you think of his movies so far, including Sisters and Trainwreck? Well, the clue is in the name. I mean, unless he's going to stay in the WWE long term, which looks like will probably happen, even if it is backstage. Yeah, you just made NJ cry, Daniel. But another option for Cena is always movies. I mean, the guy has got somewhat of a household name. He has done a few movies. But what's he been? He was in The Marine. There's two here, and I don't even know if they're real movies.
Trainwreck. I want to say that. I did watch that. I'm glad John Cena only had a small part. It really focused on
Is that why it was so good? Because John Cena only had a small part. Does that mean every movie without John Cena is just by default brilliant?
Yes, pretty much. Like Ultron, like you said, Avengers is dramatically good compared to movies that star John Cena full time in. But I'd say Trainwreck out of everything is probably his best because he had the smallest part. He seemed to be playing a part-time character for it because it was really concentrating on the main actress. So...
Clearly, your criteria for a good movie is different to my criteria for a
as long as it's not got John Cena in, that's the important thing.
Okay, Zach Harris. Let's just... God.
Yeah!
Yeah, let's not get into an argument about this. God's sake. Zach Harris. With the whole Reed Flair incident that sparked from the Paige and Charlotte contract signing segment and the controversy that caused, how far is too far when trying to get heat? In my opinion, exploiting real-life tragedies for a storyline is tasteless and inexcusable. What do you guys think? So how far can you go in a storyline? I mean, WWE have gone very far. And there have been times where it's worked.
Whoa. People who made that theory, like, look what he did in the Attitude Era.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying, people use that excuse. I'm like, okay, use it. But as you've seen, what happened in the Attitude Era is not really happening in the PG era anymore.
Different times.
Because we've moved away. Yeah. So, yeah, you could say, oh, they've done all this. They did raping the corpse. They did... giving birth to a hand.
I was just thinking that.
Give us those examples, okay, people. But the thing is, the WWE have to, or feel they have to, limit themselves. Yes, we want edgy. Yes, we want brutality. But we have to accept the WWE don't always give it to us. Yes, it's nice to get it. So, yeah, I personally feel that what we got between them was kind of like, whoa, okay, don't know, whoa, no. But it made some fans happy because it gave them spark of, oh wow, that was unexpected.
3 words, NJ. Publicly traded company.
That's 4.
Publicly traded
2, 3,
company.
4.
Publicly
2, 3.
1 traded what? I know how to count. Don't do this to me, NJ. You're making me doubt myself. And for that reason, and for the fact that they're now a publicly traded company means they can't do stuff they did in the Attitude Era. And the level that the bar is now has lowered a lot because of that. But that doesn't mean that you need to cause controversy that way. You just need better writing. That's the simplicity of it.
The biggest thing about that segment, yes, you could say it was what was said in it, but it was the fact that WWE had to turn Paige heel as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So they sparked her off with that.
Yeah, and boy did it work. But it was tasteless. I didn't really think it was necessary. And at the end of the day, it didn't really play any part in the storyline.
No.
It's like, at least if you're going to do that, make it play a part in the storyline. But it's almost like WWE said, oh, that didn't get a very good reaction, so we're just going to not remember that even happened. So why even do it?
And the worst thing about that is they did it to make Paige as heel as possible, only for shortly after you have them change roles.
Now Charlotte's a heel and Paige is a
Face with Natalia.
Yeah. Is she a babyface now?
She's
Jesus
going
Christ,
babyface.
more face turns than Kane and Big Show. Robert Hernandez. What if this was the WWE versus WCW match, a Team Survivor Series? I think you mean WWE versus Team Alliance. Just saying. WWE is Rock, Undertaker, Triple H, HBK, and Stone Cold versus Team WCW, Hogan, Sting, Goldberg, Macho Man, and Ric Flair. Take my money now. Burn. Exactly, yeah. You got a bit of dog hair on your mate. Burn, that's Dog Pete. But no, that would have sold. And that would have probably got to a point where you could have even had that as a main event of WrestleMania. Easy.
When it comes to matches like that, especially when you're trying to make a big deal out of the WWE and their rival, I think you do need a better star power than what the hell we were given.
Yeah, I know, it was shocking, wasn't
it?
Just the less we say about that, the better. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
MMMM. That's the name. Don't doubt me. Have they ruined the Wyatts? Whenever they build them up, they just lose and get booked like crap again. They were never going to beat Taker and Kane, but the match was ridiculous. Is Bray officially a jobber to the Stars? Thoughts?
I won't answer this straight away because I feel they're really holding Bray back because at this moment in time, numerous months now, you've seen 4-on-4. I'm like, okay, as long as it's building up to a bigger 4-on-4 match somewhere down the line instead of just doing it because you want them on TV, I feel, yes, they are being wasted. Yes, they're being ruined. Like you had Bray facing the Undertaker. He goes from the Undertaker to flipping 4-on-4.
Can I just say, right, how the hell is Bray Wyatt not a top heel? I don't really understand that. How he's not been booked to a point where he's now the top heel?
He's faced Taker and Roman Reigns.
I don't understand how that happens. Yeah, but he's not a consistent top heel, is he?
He should have stayed, but
I don't understand that unless the only way this would make somewhat sense is if they're trying to turn him babyface down the line. But I've never understood with the Wyatt, especially with Bray Wyatt, how when he's got the Wyatt family with him, which is essentially, which protects Bray Wyatt a lot. I don't understand how they don't protect him that much. You've got the Wyatt family. You've got people there to take pins for him. You've got people there to be in matches for him. He's got protection from the Wyatt family. So why is WWE not giving him protection?
This is the biggest thing, because this has now been recorded after the Royal Rumble. I'm not saying Bray Wyatt said Roman Reigns because it's the most obvious choice.
He's not going to win.
You look at Bray and thinking, is he going to get his shot at the world title? Because he's faced Reigns. He's faced The Undertaker. Where's his time to prove that the build-up has meant something? And I think he could become world champion because he's got 3 other guys who could possibly work their way to help him capture it. But the WWE, at this point in time, for what I've been watching on TV, are putting him in 4-on-4 matches because that's really making you see a possible strong future for him individually.
So yeah, Bray Wyatt is a jobber to the Stars
for now.
I mean, he lost to Cena, he's lost to Undertaker, he's lost to pretty much everyone.
Reigns in the end.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, give us a break. You've got to have him win a big match at some point. Otherwise, people aren't going to buy him. And heaven forbid, a year after he lost to Cena, people don't really give a crap about him as much as they used to at one point. The character has lost a lot of steam, and they're thinking of turning him babyface.
So I think at the end of all these 4-on-4 matches you're giving us, have the Wyatt family be there to build Bray up.
It's not hard, is it? It's not difficult.
Really not.
I mean, classic example of this was DX being used to build up Triple H, or the League of, or the Nation of Domination being used to build up For example, The Rock or the Four Horsemen being used to build up Ric Flair. It's a fucking simple concept.
Evolution. That was to Triple H, but also Orton Batista in the end. So
that was a byproduct. That was just that was just a byproduct of the whole thing. We built a Triple H, but at the same time we got 2 new stars out of it.
And this, we got Strowman, but at the moment you should be looking at Bray, who's been there the longest, who's had his big matches, who should be not main event, but in a better place than in this flipping 4-4.
Vince Russo agrees. That's all I can say. With the first Raw, with Sheamus of all people as WWE Champion drawing the lowest viewers since Raw went to 3 hours, will they go into panic mode? Well, they got the title of them a month later. They brought Vince McMahon to TV, so I think it's fair to say they have gone into panic mode to some degree, even though Raw's just still drawing crap.
I don't think it's panic mode. I think the reason Vince has came in is to build up Rumble and WrestleMania. I don't think he was brought in because of the ratings. I really don't.
I think he was. I think he was brought in. It's funny, isn't it, how as soon as WWE hit rock bottom, they bring in Vince McMahon. It's just it's a bit too much of a coincidence to me, just for Vince McMahon to come and build a matchup or whatever. I just think that was their panic. Bring Vince back to TV.
I just don't think Vince is... You see it jumped up a little bit, but I don't think Vince is really the saviour of ratings.
No, he's not the saviour of ratings, but just because there's no ratings, it doesn't mean they haven't panicked. That's all I can say. Have they ruined Roman Reigns? They tried to push him and fans rejected and cried about it, but since improving a lot, it's barely changed certain fans' perception, and instead of giving him the ball finally, they bottled it again and try not to get him booed when he finally wins, which isn't going to work, so have they ruined the poor guy? NJ, have they ruined Roman Reigns, despite the fact that he is now the WWE WWE Champion?
Fans are on the fence now. 1 minute they're off the fence, they're thinking, oh, flip, don't care, boo. Now more fans are on the fence thinking, okay, his promos are improving, he's in the ring and he's taking beatings at some points. But for me, I'm not even on the fence yet. I'm thinking now he's just going to get Cena booking just to make fans like him and make him look like he's meaning business. So I'd say for some fans on the fence, me not even on it yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because when he won the title, I believe in Philadelphia, which was the same city that booed him at Royal Rumble, he actually got quite a big pop. And that's one of the reasons why they brought Vince McMahon back. But yeah, a lot of people are on the fence, and I can't blame them to a degree, because it's got to the point now where that so much about the backstage aspect of the business that if a guy is getting pushed because he's favorited by management, for a fact that people are just going to immediately edge away from him, so to speak. They're just not going to like the guy. Whereas a guy like Daniel Bryan, who never really got favourable reviews from management, people can really relate to that. And that is why I think a lot of people just don't enjoy cheering for, or don't want to cheer for, someone who's handpicked. It's like if you're in the company, let's say you're working in the company and some guy got handpicked because he was the boss's son to run the company, and you've been working there for 10, 20 years and thought you were a better candidate. You're not going to like him, are you? You're not going to get behind him, are you? You're going to fucking hate the guy.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I've had that happen to me, so I know how that feels. Next, if we have a few more questions here, we'll answer these few questions.
Yeah.
Actually, there's too many questions there.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Aaron Craig.
No, let's answer Let's answer this. Another shameless question. We'll answer yours on the next one. Oh God. Some of these are actually repeats, so we're going to answer Seamus Delan. Do stables work better being face or heel? And the WWE in need of a legit heel faction, seeing as the Authority is only half-assed and the Wyatts lose every time they enter a feud. Should the Freebirds enter next year's Hall of Fame?
2 questions.
So do stables work better as face or heel? I'll definitely heel, because of the numbers game.
Yeah.
So I think factions definitely work better as heels. All the big factions have worked best as heels, in my opinion.
DX worked good as a face, but yeah, the heels, yeah.
I mean, you look at the NWO were heels, the Four Horsemen heels, Evolution heels, Nexus heels, the Shield were heels and then became baby faces. They were a faction to some degree. And you look at Nation of Domination, they were heels.
Yes.
Just the Radicals came in as heels. Mean Street Posse were heels.
Apple Corp.
Generally speaking, and WWE are in need of a legit heel faction. No, I mean, they've got the authority, but that's not really a faction. That's just Triple H, Stephanie, and, you know, but it's not really a faction, is it? You don't classify that as a faction.
We've said this multiple times. When you've done a faction storyline, stop for a couple of years, because you don't want to go down a TNA route where you feel that factions are creating storylines and ratings and interest. When you overdo something and have multiple same matches, it becomes a bit repetitive and boring. So I think you've done factions now. This is why I'm getting sick of the Wyatt family in 4-on-4 matches, because it's done for a long enough time now.
Divas Revolution as well.
So I think just keep it. When you finish with the faction you've got now, just stop for.
If they did need a faction, why did they have to put that stupid League of Nations one together when they had the Wyatts right there? I just don't understand why they had to do that. As for the Freebirds headline next year's Hall of Fame, yep, they should.
It's been said by many fans, especially with the area they're in, especially the fact they've been waiting to come in. I think when you've got to think of big names now, and everyone's put their predictions in, and that they're a popular name.
Yep, so that is... And also, Michael P.S. Hayes has been working with the company for a long time, so there'll be a mark of respect to put that guy in. Aaron Crace will answer your questions in the next Q&A, but there are some repeated questions there which we probably won't be answering, so apologies for that, people.
And thank you very, very much for watching, people. I'm wearing an Ed shirt, one of my favourite shirts I've got remaining left, and we're wearing a shirt...
I'm just wearing a shirt I found on the floor, so yeah.
Oh, but classy. Now, thank you very much for watching, people. We didn't have that engine that I was promised, so, you know, him going on dates with someone else, him not taking me out for Indian, whatever. Thank you very much, people. Goodbye.
You still got dog hair on you.